In Dhaka, we have some sense of what was spoken about. Here's a quick report.
Ever since Sheikh Hasina's ouster and Yunus's takeover, Bangladesh has spiraled into complete chaos. The atrocities against Hindus and other minority communities have only grown with every passing day. Amid growing tensions in India-Bangladesh relations, Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri was in Dhaka today.
And I conveyed our concerns, including those related to the safety and welfare of minorities. We also discussed some regrettable incidents of attacks on cultural, religious and diplomatic properties. We expect overall a constructive approach on all these issues by the Bangladesh authorities.
Apart from meeting his counterpart and the de facto foreign minister of Bangladesh, Misri also held talks with the head of the interim government, Md Yunus. As India talks straight on cooperation, concerns and partnership, will the Yunus government finally take action?
We have a 1 versus 1 tonight. From Bangladesh, I have an advocate in the Supreme Court of Bangladesh, Barrister Khaja Tanveer Ahmed from Dhaka. And from New Delhi, I have Sushant Sareen, geopolitical analyst. Thank you very much, Sushant. Thank you very much, Barrister Khaja Tanveer Ahmed. I think we have made our position quite clear about the attacks on Hindu communities, which have been constantly increasing. This point has been made by Vikram Misri as well. What does the Bangladesh government intend to do rather than just continue to deny that there's anything wrong?
Are you asking me or?
Yes, that's to you, Mr. Ahmed. Yes.
All right. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes. The thing is that whatever you are blaming to us that the Bangladesh, the minorities, Hindu minorities are being attacked by after 5th of August. The Bangladesh government always said that there is nothing happening in country. Rather, they are inviting the international community and as well as your country to come visit us and inquire about this matter, what was going on actually. It's only propaganda the Bangladesh government is saying, and we can see from our eyes that there is nothing happening in country. You know that we are in very calm position. There is nothing. There is no Hindu or Muslims. There are no riots. Nothing. No clash. So there is not only Hindus living in minority living in Bangladesh. There is other minorities also living, Christian, Buddhist. You know that. So why are always talking about just only Hindus? This is my first question. Yeah.
You are asking me a question. Okay, I'll answer this to you since you're asking me, and then I'll pass it on to Sushant for a response. You are saying that why am I asking about Hindus? I'll be very clear. I am asking about Hindus, right? Because India is home to 95% of the Hindus in the world. Our country is the home to the largest share of Hindus. And therefore, we are very interested in what is happening to Hindus. We are very concerned about other minorities also. Secondly, can you tell me whether Chinmay Krishna Das is a Buddhist or a Christian?
Chinmay Krishna Das.
Is he a Buddhist or a Christian?
He's a Hindu, right?
Yeah, and second question, please. Now that you are asking me a question, I'm asking you.
Yeah, okay.
Can you tell me whether it is true or not that the complaint against him was filed by a person called Inamul Haq, who is a member of the Hifazat-e-Islam Bangladesh, right? Which is batting for Islamic Sharia imposition in Bangladesh. It's a fundamentalist group.
Yeah.
So my point is a fundamentalist group is targeting a Hindu leader. Hindu homes are being burnt. Hindus have been targeted. And you're asking me why I'm concerned about Hindus. Who do you want me to be concerned about? Jews in Bangladesh?
The first thing is that that you are talking about the case which was filed by the Anamul Haq a few days ago.
No, is Anamul Haq a member of the Hifazat-e-Islam?
Hifazat-e-Islam.
Yeah, and is Hifazat-e-Islam a fundamentalist organization or an NGO?
He is a Hifazat-e-Islam activist or not. The thing is that he is not filed against only not Chimma Krishna Das. He also filed other. But Hifazat-e-Islam leaders were freed and met with by the Yunus government. After the regime change, they were released, and the charges against them have been waived off. Yes.
So which means today,
what happened?
I'm saying your government is literally, allow me, your government, you should realize, because your government is being run by fundamentalist groups. Yunus is only a proxy.
I haven't finished yet. I am saying that the Anamul Haq, who has filed this case, he is not filed only Chimma Krishnadas, he also filed other peoples who attacked him. You know that on 26 November.
Did your government provide him a lawyer? Is it true that Chinmoy Krishna Das, did he have a lawyer in court?
No, let me finish this point first. I'm saying that he's not filed only case against Hindus. He also filed against case also Muslim as well. There are lots of accused who are Muslims in this case.
Anyway, I feel that, I'll tell you this, Professor Yunus, I want the debate is with Sushant and not with me. Sushant, your response to what you heard so far, pretty elaborate series of initial comments that we've had here. Complete denial is the response so far, at least that we are seeing publicly.
Yeah, but that's been the standard Bangladeshi response ever since this crisis has emerged. It's not as though the Hindus were very secure even earlier in the regime that has been overthrown. But at least on the face of it, that regime did assert itself and exert to, number one, keep the fanatics at bay. Number two, give some modicum of protection to the Hindus. Now, what was the first thing that, what was the defense that the so-called chief executive or chief advisor, whatever his designation is, gave? He said, well, attacks Hindus, this is not religious, this is only political. This is like saying that in any country, if a particular community decides to overwhelmingly vote in a particular direction, and the other side wins either the election or grabs power, then yes, you are free to season on that community. So, for example, if in India, the Muslims don't vote for BJP and the BJP wins the election, then an open season should be declared on Muslims. Number one. Number two, this Bangladeshi denial of the kind of pogroms and religious cleansing that has taken place, none of them are able to explain how a population which was almost 20% around 1970-71 has now reduced to 75%. What has happened to them? Have they stopped procreating? Have they disappeared? What has happened to them? Obviously, you have pushed them out. Obviously, you have grabbed their properties. Obviously, you have massacred a whole lot of them and forced them to take refuge in India. And the evidence of their taking refuge in India is before us. And if India was insecure, or Muslims in India, as the Bangladeshis very often try and do their workoutry, then why would Bangladeshi Muslims be coming into India for economic opportunity if India was so insecure? And in India, the Muslim population, which was 9% at the time of partition, has now grown up to 15-16%. So, this whole denial side from the Bangladeshi side, that no, nothing is happening, all nice, it's all hunky-dory, the minorities are having a party, there is no pogroms against the Buddhists, there is nothing against the Hindus. It's so much of nonsense. But, they keep peddling it. And now that this is being put out, for the longest, Arnab, I think the Indian media has also ignored what's happening in Bangladesh. I think for the first time, the Indian media has taken cognizance of these attacks. And that is what is some of these Bangladeshis. And their pet excuses, this is fake news. This is not fake news. We are seeing real consequences visited upon the minority communities in Bangladesh. And finally, he says, why are you talking about truth? One second, Arnab, let me just make this point. When he says he's almost embarrassed, why the heck are you talking about Hindus? They are supposed to be fair game. Muslims in Bangladesh are supposed to kill Hindus. Don't talk about Hindus. And this is the reason why when the government of India brought in the CAA law, it was not just for the Hindu. It was for all oppressed and persecuted minorities in countries like Bangladesh. It included the Sikhs, it included the Buddhists, it included other communities as well.
I just want to get a quick response from Barrister Khaja Tanveer Ahmed to what you've said. Also, one question to you. Barrister, I'm sure you'll agree that Bangladesh needs India more than China. We share much more. Trans-boundary rivers, ecosystems, water management, flood control, several issues we need to work together. This anti-India feeling, creating a hate campaign against India will actually not be very useful for Bangladesh in the long term. I think today, don't you agree that the Indian Foreign Secretary going there is a big gesture by the Indian government? We are willing to work with you, provided you also take care of our concerns.
Yes, I agree. Bangladesh also wanted to work with India. India is our neighbor country, and we have a good relationship. Just after 5th of August, after former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina fled this country, then you are just accusing us we are attacking the Hindus minorities. These things is just accusing day after day. You are just accusing us that we are attacking them. The thing is that if you really want a good relationship, you cannot, a one-sided cannot be a friendship. If you want to make friendship, so both parties should work together. Sure. Not only just India is willing to work with Bangladesh, Bangladesh is willing to work India. This is not happening.
That is totally there. But as of now, the practical problem, Barrister, is that I'll tell you. I close with this. There is too much control of these Islamist forces on Yunus. You see, Yunus is not an elected leader. He has been picked up there by a mix of students and army. There is internal issues. There is economic chaos. He has his limitations. We understand. But he cannot say, there's no attack on Hindus. We will keep pushing that point. There's no denial. The right, Sushant? Accepting it does not make him weak. Right now, he's looking weak to us because he can't even accept it. If he says, the day he became, okay, Sushant takes over. Sushant, go on. You want...
Aside of all the points that you have made, this is again this nonsense being peddled by Bangladeshis that India only had a relationship with one person in.
Lost the line.
No. India did not have a people-centric approach. What the hell is a people-centric approach? All the projects that we did with Bangladesh were centered around people of India and of Bangladesh.
Correct.
Those projects are mutually beneficial.
Okay. I agree with you. Barrister, 10 seconds. 10 seconds to Barrister Yunus. 10 seconds to Barrister Khaja Tanveer. 10 seconds.
Mr. Arnab, what I'm saying that Professor Dr. Muhammad Yunus, he was picked up by the whole people, the whole entire country wanted him to represent Bangladesh, not just only a student and public. You know that why it is happened, why former Prime Minister left this country. It is not happened in one day. She did lots of things.
Okay, that's a longer discussion. I will have a discussion on that as well. I've run out of time. But I think today is a good start. I don't want to be cynical about it. But Bangladesh has to do more to continue to win our trust. Ladies and gentlemen, the Congress Soros link is a focus area tonight. And I will start 9 p.m. with 10 questions to the Congress. 10 straight questions when I'm back.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
आइस बोला था लाने को, लद्दाख चला गया. पूछा फोन पे इतना बिजी क्यों है, तो क्या बोला तू? हाँ, माउंटेन्स वर कॉलिंग.
डॉक्टर जहांगीर उस दिन सनसेट देखने छज्जे पे चढ़ा, टूट गया.
हाँ, तू किसने बोला घर की दीवार पे रॉक क्लाइंबिंग करने को?
सफीना बदतमीजी.
समझ गया. मेरे पास आप दोनों की प्रॉब्लम की मेडिसिन. इसको इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
Biden administration also, in fact, they were trying to hopefully drive a wedge or attract you from China and into the US sphere more. But President-elect Trump,
we were trying to attract them into the Indian sphere.
Okay. Foreign Minister Jaishankar, it is said that certainly we know Prime Minister Modi had a very close relationship with President Trump in his first term. We know that the Biden administration also, in fact, they were trying to hopefully drive a wedge or attract you from China and into the US sphere more. But President-elect Trump,
we were trying to attract them into the Indian sphere.
कोई भी भारतीय अगर विदेशी ताकतों के साथ जो भारत विरोधी है उनसे लिंक होते हैं और भारत का खिलाफ काम करते हैं तो गंभीरता से लेना चाहिए। हम इसको पार्टीबाजी के रूप से नहीं देखते हैं।
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
आइस बोला था लाने को, लद्दाख चला गया। पूछा फोन पे इतना बिजी क्यों है, तो क्या बोला तू? हाँ, माउंटेन्स वर कॉलिंग।
डॉक्टर जहांगीर उस दिन सनसेट देखने छज्जे पे चढ़ा, टूट गया।
हाँ, तू किसने बोला घर की दीवार पे रॉक क्लाइंबिंग करने को?
सफीना बदतमीजी।
समझ गया। मेरे पास आप दोनों की प्रॉब्लम की मेडिसिन है। इसको घर पे लगाओगे तो शादी का तो पता नहीं, पर घर पक्का नहीं टूटेगा।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
And now for your favorite section, the nation's sharpest opinion. Ladies and gentlemen, the Congress party Soros link has always been spoken about. And I would just want to begin by saying that before I put 10 questions tonight, I want to begin with a broad thought. And the broad thought is this, ladies and gentlemen. Soros is anti-India. Congress is very close to Soros. If Soros is anti-India and the Congress is close to Soros, and the Congress and Soros work together, what does that make the Congress party? I'm not calling them anti-India. You decide for yourself. If your best friend is anti-India and you continue to keep that level of closeness and friendship with that best friend, then what does that make you? There are 10 questions that the Congress party needs to answer tonight. First, is or is not Sonia Gandhi co-president of the Forum of Democratic Leaders in Asia Pacific? Question 2, is this forum financed significantly or entirely or majorly by a man called George Soros? Mallikarjun Kharge, don't run from that question. Answer it. Answer it. Third, is this forum of the view, this forum of which Sonia Gandhi is the co-president, is this forum of which Sonia Gandhi is the co-president of the view that Kashmir is not an integral part of India? And has this forum, of which Sonia Gandhi is the co-president, via the Pakistanis, cheered and campaigned for the idea of Kashmir as an independent nation? You see, Mallikarjun Kharge and Shashi Tharoor, as the elder statesmen of the Congress party, are trying to protect the party leadership from these questions. But Mallikarjun Kharge or Shashi Tharoor must also clarify whether any of them also have very close relationships with Soros. Have you, Mr. Kharge? Did you, Mr. Tharoor? The nation wants to know. Question number 4. Did members of the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, which received money allegedly from the Chinese embassy as well at one point of time in the past, participate or finance in activities of the Soros-backed FDL? These are specific questions, no running away from this. Question number 5. Since the Congress is now aware of the Soros and the American deep state connections, what did the Congress party do, if anything, to distance itself from the activities of the FDL and the Soros organizations? The presumption in all of this is Soros is anti-India, and it's a good presumption to make. If Soros is anti-India and this is what the Congress is doing, what does this make the Congress? Question number 6. Did the Congress know that their Adani script was written by the OCCRP, which has direct financing from the American deep state and the American government? Question number 7. Did the Congress know that the Pegasus script as well, which was also written and co-written by the OCCRP and published with their name on it, also has financing from the eventual source of the American government State Department? And if they knew and they didn't tell us anything about it, why were they hiding it? Which brings me to question number 8, ladies and gentlemen. Was the Congress therefore an instrument in the deep state activity of the US and the Soros regime change attempts and operations in India? Question number 9, unrelated but related, was a former additional Solicitor General who was in that post in the Congress regime also running an organization directly or indirectly or through family links or otherwise that received funds from Soros sources? Jairam Ramesh, will you do a press conference on that as well? And question number 10 this evening, and this is the whodunit question, viewers. Now let me start with a little story here. When Narendra Modi became Prime Minister of India for the first time in 2014, there was one Congress MP who was wanting to switch over to the BJP. Still tried for 10 years, is still trying. Almost jumped over on a couple of occasions, and some BJP leaders made allegations to that effect. This person went to New York, went to Washington, not as part of the official tour of Narendra Modi when he went for Madison, but all around to give the impression to the American deep state that he is still part of the ruling establishment in India. This man or woman, as the case may be, I'm not revealing the identity, is a pure 1000% opportunist. And I believe, according to my sources, this person who I'm not naming has very strong Soros connections. Who is this MP? Which is my question number 10. Is there a specific MP in the Congress party who's very, 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 very close to George Soros and is also involved, unfortunately, in parliamentary panels which are then involved in matters related to defense, national security, foreign policy, strategic affairs? Can you have Soros MP in that position with that level of security access, information access? Is that not a threat to the country? Ladies and gentlemen, if you can, take this video and forward it to as many people, because I made a point on the deep state earlier. I'm going deeper into my point on the deep state. And my point is this: Republic believes, I believe, it's nation first, no compromise. Nation first. But there are some people for whom the country doesn't matter. These are the same people who even question the idea of India as a nation. These people are dangerous for the country. We must question them. We must take them on. Let's debate.
कांग्रेस पार्टी का लगातार कहीं न कहीं जॉर्ज सोरोस के साथ मिली भगत है। विदेशी शक्तियों का हस्तक्षेप हमारी भारत को स्थिर कर
The BJP has intensified its attack on Congress and its link to the Soros deep state nexus, linking it to national security. Today, Rajya Sabha's leader of the House, JP Nadda, took the issue to the floor of the parliament with fresh allegations.
Forum of Democratic Leaders in Asia Pacific, इसका संबंध जिस तरीके से जॉर्ज सोरोस के साथ सामने आता है, इसकी को प्रेसिडेंट इसी हाउस की एक सदस्य हैं। इतना ही नहीं, जो कुछ पब्लिकेशंस जॉर्ज सोरोस के फंडिंग प्रोसेस से जो फोरम्स और जो फाउंडेशन प्रोपोगेट करते हैं, उसको यहाँ पर कांग्रेस का वरिष्ठतम नेता उनको उठाता है और देश को डिस्टेबलाइज करने में अपना योगदान करता है।
Immediately after the allegations, the entire House descended into chaos as opposition MPs desperately tried to stall Nadda's attack. Immediately, Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge stood up to defend his party leader Sonia Gandhi. Vice President Dhankar also weighed in on the issue amid massive uproar in the Rajya Sabha.
One second. We as a nation are committed to fight these sinister forces, these forces that are inimical to India. This inimical force mechanism, a deep state that is evolving, is required to be neutralized by all of us.
Following the heated showdown in Rajya Sabha, Indi allies are likely to move a motion of no confidence against Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar, accusing him of bias. While the House was abruptly adjourned, the BJP took the offensive outside with back-to-back attacks on the Sonia Soros link.
एक संस्था है जिसका नाम है फोरम फॉर डेमोक्रेटिक लीडर्स इन एशिया पैसिफिक। अब इसमें 4 लोग सह अध्यक्ष हैं और उसमें एक श्रीमती सोनिया गांधी जी भी हैं। इस फोरम की फंडिंग जॉर्ज सोरस से हो रही है। अगर ऐसे लोगों के साथ आपका संबंध है तो मैं कांग्रेस के शीर्ष नेतृत्व से पूछना चाहता हूं, क्या आपका शीर्ष नेतृत्व देशद्रोहियों के साथ है?
Union Minister Kiran Rijiju too up the ante, calling for Congress leaders to raise their voices against the alleged anti-India links for the leaders.
ये गंभीर मामला है, इसलिए कांग्रेस पार्टी के जितने नेता हैं, जितने कार्यकर्ता हैं, सबको भी मैं कहना चाहता हूं, अगर उनके पार्टी के भी, कांग्रेस पार्टी के भी कोई भी नेता क्यों ना हो, अगर भारत के खिलाफ लड़ते हैं, ऐसा ताकतों के साथ पाए जाते हैं, लिंक होते हैं, तो उस पर एकजुट होकर के आवाज उठाना चाहिए।
Meanwhile, the Congress leaders remain defiant on all the allegations levelled by the BJP, maintaining their stance that Adani was the main issue.
This is their new diversionary tactic, that they'll find some reason to divert from the real issue. Who has supplied this proof? And who is giving this evidence? First, let us examine that.
इनको मालूम है कि रिश्वतखोर के साथ इनकी दोस्ती है, भ्रष्टाचारियों के साथ भाजपा की दोस्ती है, और वो सदन को ना चलने देकर पूरे सदन और देश को बता रहे हैं कि चाहे जो हो जाए, लोकतंत्र की हत्या हो जाए, लेकिन वो अपने मित्र जो घूसखोर, रिश्वतखोर की बात आ रही है, हम कह रहे हैं चर्चा हो, जेपीसी बने, उसको बचाने के लिए हम सदन तक नहीं चलने देंगे।
With BJP taking the gloves off on its deep state allegations against the Congress, this time targeting Sonia Gandhi's direct links to Soros-funded FDL lab, the question remains, will the Congress clarify on its US deep state linkages?
It's becoming very big. It's going out of hand. Let me tell you this, this Soros thing. Everywhere across India, wherever I go, people are talking about it. And when I started actually, Sohail, talking about Soros, deep state, I began talking about deep state. One video went viral. People said, you're sitting in a studio putting your conspiracy theories out. I said, you foolish people, I've drawn the connections. I'm making an inference. The people of the country believe what I do, and they know the level of authenticity and proof I put in. And one day, everybody in India is going to be talking about deep state and Soros, and that is what is happening. Pulla Rao doesn't like it. Pankaj doesn't like it. But it's a reality, Professor Ganga, Sahai Meena. Everyone in India is talking about Soros and deep state. Everyone, including you. Including you. Everyone knows. Just wherever you go in the country, you go to Bareilly, you go to Mumbai, everyone's talking about Soros, deep state, Mir Jafar, enemies of India within, Kartikeya Tanna, Sohail Seth, Sanju Verma, who'd like to open the debate tonight? The debate is on Soros. Sanju raises her hand. 1 minute. It can't always be you, Sanju. Someone else got to pitch in out here on the other side. Come on, don't tell me you're defensive on the Soros issue. I know.
We go first then.
I let Sohail go first. Yeah, go on. Louder, Sohail. Deeper into the mic.
Arnab,
debate is on.
In your opening remarks, you made it quite clear.
Yeah.
That no one is saying that person X or party Y is anti-India. But you can't also be pro-India when the narrative that you always want to propagate, justify, validate is a narrative that is essentially against the spirit of Indianness, against Indian people, against India's progress. It is no one's question. I will be the last person to say Rahul Gandhi is a traitor or person Y is a traitor. That's for the BJP and the political parties to get into a mud-slinging fest.
Yeah.
My point is limited. George Soros has not been called out by India alone. 1 minute, did I interrupt you?
Pankaj, we'll have time. Pankaj, we are solid 1 hour debate happening. We got time.
Are you wanting to interrupt even before I finished?
No. Everybody will get full time tonight. Solid debate, please.
Doesn't agree with
BJP. Pankaj, after him you come in 100%, yeah? Pankaj, let him finish. Pankaj, let him finish. I promise you I'll let you come in after him. Please.
That's more debate than you have had hair on your head.
Oh, come on now. Nothing personal. What's wrong?
I want to congratulate you. If you interrupt me, it's personal. What the hell? I've not interrupted you. I've been very decent.
Pankaj, don't interrupt. Pankaj, let him finish. Pankaj, let him finish. 1 second. Ladies and gentlemen, order on my debate. Pankaj, let him finish. Pankaj, let him finish. For God's sake, Pankaj, don't do this. You continue.
My point very simply is that forget what India is saying. Donald Trump has said about George Soros. People across the world have spoken about him. Earlier, Tony Blair did. At one stage, Gordon Brown did. His track record has been one to destabilize and create dysfunctionality using the power of money. B, using the power of dissent through what he calls an open society. No society, whether it is open, closed, half ajar, has any justification for continuously badgering one country and one country alone. The reason, Pankaj, and I say it with great regard for you, is it's not that he's against Indians. I believe he's genuinely against the progress that India is making.
Yeah.
He's not trying to short a market. He's trying to short a nation. When you try to short a nation, you upset every citizen of that nation. That is the problem. My final comment on this in my opening remarks is that the Congress must understand that whenever it allows for validation of this kind of narrative, it allows the BJP to say the things that the BJP does. It's our bell, mujhe maan.
See,
Then the BJP uses this anti-national stance. So you're allowing them the facility and the ability to use this stance because you're constantly validating someone who has no love for India, who has no love for Indians, and who has no love for Indianness.
Pankaj, see, let's be very specific. You're bad, I bad, you're bad. Let's not do that level debate. Question is it true that Sonia Gandhi is co-president of the George Soros financed Forum of Democratic Leaders in Asia Pacific?
Even if she is, what is your objection?
You're asking me?
What's your objection?
Okay, so one minute. Pulla Rao is saying, so what are you saying, Pulla?
I'm just saying you mean the country has made the deep state a shallow state, now it's become a cheap state. Is George Soros that powerful that we should even give him this place? Is India a banana republic? That some article comes and the country is in turmoil and parliament is this Syria? Is this some other place? Why should we care about George Soros?
Pulla. Are you the same Pulla Rao? 1 minute. Are you the same Pulla Rao or a body double? Because there was another person, Pulla Rao, who 2 months back said, we must take every word coming out from America very seriously because an American group called OCCRP has said something about Adani.
No, I do.
Don't do that. You turn on me.
No, let me finish. Let me give you a reply. The 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
What a chameleon you are.
Every issue is independent. Now you have raised some foreigner to this level. I don't mean you.
Some foreigner.
I'm surprised, Mr. Seth.
Some foreigner.
It is a marketing thing or what?
Listen to
He must be so happy in this publicity. We are now making him some kind of Mercury, some kind of God coming here.
Sohail's having a go. Yes, Sohail.
No, Mr. Pulla Rao, why are you dragging my name into it? The topic of discussion is Soros.
Put the graphics in the
Will I speak on Pulla Rao's affinity for Vada Pav? I have to speak on the topic. So why are you blaming me for speaking on the topic?
Stay on the first graphic for now.
Should I speak on your accent? Should I speak on your wisdom? Should I speak on your
One. We are very specific. Let me tell you this.
Speak on the topic, Mr. Pulla Rao.
1 minute, gentlemen.
You're getting upset at this age. You will need soft it. Don't get angry.
No. 1 second. Okay, guys, so Sanju's coming into the debate. And my first question, just keep the questions focused. Producers, take me on off air if required. Replace my visage with the graphics. It makes more sense anyway. The graphics looks better than me. The question is tonight this. Is it true or not that Sonia Gandhi is co-president of the FDLAP? And if you say, Mr. Nosy Parker, Arnab Goswami, what's your business? It is because FDLAP is financed, to my second question, by George Soros. And this FDLAP took a view on Pakistan saying the issue of settling Kashmir prospects for independence. And it was addressed by General Nishat Ahmed, Director of Institute of Regional Studies of Islamabad. So Sonia Gandhi was heading an organization which was batting for independence for Kashmir. Damn serious if you ask me. It's a damn serious issue. Sanju's on the debate. Yeah, stay with the first three questions.
Thank you. Arnab, first and foremost, everyone who's asking, why is the BJP so rattled by a 94-year-old? Let me just read out ad verbatim what George Soros said at the World Economic Forum at Davos 4 years back after Narendra Modi got his second term. He said the biggest and most frightening setback has occurred in India where a democratically elected Narendra Modi is creating a Hindu nationalist state and imposing punitive measures on India-occupied Kashmir. He is threatening to deprive millions of Muslims of their citizenship via the Citizenship Amendment Act. So the two things that stand out, Soros, who's infamous for bringing about regime changes, has not spoken about Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. He uses the word India-occupied Kashmir for Kashmir, which is an integral part of India, point number one. Point number two, he tries to peddle a false narrative that the CAA was looking to deprive Muslims of their nationality and citizenship. And if that is not being meddlesome, then what is? Now, the second point, George Soros runs a company called Open Society Foundation. The vice president of Open Society Foundation, a man called Salil Shetty, was shoulder to shoulder with Rahul Gandhi during his Bharat Jodo Yatra. George Soros also runs another Soros Foundation, and who has been the trustee member for the longest time of the Soros Foundation? It's a man called Harsh Mandar. Who is Harsh Mandar? He's a man who was helming the National Advisory Council of Sonia Gandhi when the UPA was in power. The NSC, National Advisory Council, was the proxy government which was running India, not Manmohan Singh, and Harsh Mandar was playing a key role there. And also, parallelly, he was a trustee member of the Soros Foundation. The third point, Amrit Kaur. Who is Amrit Kaur? Amrit Kaur is the daughter of former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, and Amrit Kaur continues to be a member trustee of Open Society Foundation, which is basically the key arm of George Soros. The fourth point, Shiv Shankar Menon. He was the national security advisor during Manmohan Singh / the Sonia Gandhi regime. And Shiv Shankar Menon continues to be a trustee member of Open Society Foundation, one of the key bodies of the Soros empire. So I have named and shamed people with data, irrefutable data, which points to the fact that the link between Gandhis and Soros is extremely close and dubious for more reasons than one. And my last point is this. Be it the Pegasus hit job, be it the CAA hit job, be it the Adani hit job, be it the Article 370 hit job, be it the Covaxin hit job at the height of the COVID second wave, or for that matter, be it the hit job pertaining to the Shaheen Bagh riots, you will always find that the link eventually stops at the doorstep of Soros or Open Society Foundation or OCCRP, which is funded by Soros.
No, then they should. Then my view is, see, there are two views here. I am a very liberal person by nature, not this fake liberal, left liberal, real right liberal. I'm a right liberal individual because I am liberal on right issues. I'm illiberal on wrong issues.
You're right on liberal issues.
Yes.
But are you right on liberal issues?
I am right about choosing the right issues to be liberal about. It is my individual right.
Therefore, you're illiberal if you're choosing which liberal issues to be right about. Because liberals...
I feel the Uniform Civil Code. I feel the Uniform Civil Code is the issue we must be liberal about. I think triple talaq is something we must be illiberal about. I believe one nation, one poll we need to be liberal about. But these people...
change of heart.
No, my point is... No, my question here is, Suhail, this is to see if you guys feel, if these guys, Professor Ganga Sai, Meena and Kartikeya Tannar, if you feel there is nothing wrong and, Arnab Goswami is just going on and over, let's say we are friends with Soros, he's our, what do you call it nowadays? Best friends forever, BFF. Soros is our best friend forever, right? Then say...
Best financial friend.
No, okay, so Soros is your best financial friend forever. BFFF, best financial friend forever. Then say, yes, we are besties. What's your problem? Don't keep saying, why are you raising the issue, right, Kartikeya? Have the guts to come and say, we are besties with Soros, damn you. Yes. And let's get into a battle. But these guys are, who's Soros? We don't know. Why are you making a big deal of it?
Yes.
Yeah, Kartik.
Yes, Arnab.
You get the point.
George Soros, another panelist was saying before, so what if Sonia Gandhi is the co-president of FDLAP, which is funded by Soros? Well, Soros, if you don't know the history, if you don't know current affairs, is effectively, I would call him the destabilizer-in-chief of the world, in a sense. Even in the US, actually, he literally appoints prosecutors. He makes sure he funds campaigns of prosecutors in cities, in major cities. And then those prosecutors essentially go slow on, the actual criminals that are supposed to be prosecuted, and then they go after political opponents. You can see it in just the way how Trump was prosecuted. You see the history of how which prosecutors were involved, and you understand what Soros is up to. Now, okay, what can he do in India? He's not an Indian. He's not in India. He's in America. Well, that's the point. He acts through puppets. And so the question before those defending the Congress is, are the Gandhis puppets of Soros? And if they are not, if they vehemently deny this, then let Sonia Gandhi today resign from FDLAP. Let her resign from that. Let her denounce every position that...
Great opportunity. Great opportunity.
Let Sonia Gandhi...
I think that ticker should run. I think that's a question we should put on the grid. Should Sonia Gandhi resign from the FDLAP?
Yes.
After the Soros revelations.
And Arnab, denounce George Soros's goals and missions. Denounce them. Denounce them whole and true. Say that Kashmir is an integral part of India. I do not agree with FDLAP's stand, And even Rahul Gandhi should dissociate from all those, Soros-linked people who joined him on his Bharat Jodo Yatra and all that and say, we have nothing to do with Soros and we will now henceforth have nothing to do with George Soros or his cronies whatsoever. Then we can actually agree with the other panelists who said, yeah, so what? George Soros can keep saying whatever he does. If he has no puppets in India to exercise his agenda, then we're safe. Let him bark whatever he wants to from abroad.
Yeah, so what's the link out here? And it's a matter that has become quite serious because you see what has happened, Professor Ganga Sahimina. People of India nowadays, because of communications, links, media, conversation like this, these are not restricted conversations. These become very public conversations. The assumption among a set of people in Lutyens, Delhi is that these conversations only happen in certain quote-unquote informed and elite circles, but no longer the case. Soros has become the face of anti-India forces, and therefore anyone with connections to Soros is going to be seen with a large amount of cynicism and distrust. So it is not something that will be restricted to university campuses. It's a public conversation. And I think it's important for everyone linked to Soros to come clean about it. What was the link? Was it a financial link? Was there money that changed hands directly or indirectly? If so, how much money changed hands? Did it happen through indirect sources? Did it happen directly? Did it happen through like Open Society Foundation? Did it happen through Omedia Foundation? Did it happen through some other grant-giving body? Right? In the interest of transparency, wouldn't that be great, Professor? Let's reveal all our Soros links.
Arnab ji, you may have read one of the Gandhiji's Jantar. Whenever you are in a doubt about your actions, recall the face of the poorest and weakest person you have seen. Ask yourself how your intended step will benefit them. This issue currently stalling parliament should be viewed through the eyes of weakest member of the society. The 140 crore people of the country collectively elected representatives and formed a government. Yet many of we now feel betrayed. The opposition is demanding a discussion on a specific issue, while the ruling party seems afraid of such a discussion and is introducing a new diversion.
No, but
the solution is very simple. Talk about Adani's corruption, talk about Soros. Resolution can only come through the dialogue. If necessary, from a joint parliamentary committee to uncover the truth, let justice prevail. Whatever it implicates the nation's biggest industrialist or the leader of opposition, my point is very straightforward. That parliament, yes.
Professor, I am much more specific than you.
Arnab, can I come
Sanju,
in?
before you come in, I don't think we should bring...
Mahatma Gandhi or Rahul Gandhi's speech?
Yeah.
Whose speech is he reading? Mahatma Gandhi's or Rahul Gandhi's?
No, George Soros.
No, I'm serious. Whose speech is that?
George Soros's.
Maybe George Soros.
Maybe his own. Maybe his
This is
own.
the first time in 30 years on a national channel I've seen one guy actually read a speech. Hey, we could also come prepared, sir.
No, I think one point which was made here by him was that before we say anything about Soros, we must think of the poorest people of the country. Now, on July 1st, 2021, OCCRP publishes a report, right, that Brazil will cancel a significant $324 million contract for Indian vaccine Covaxin because of allegations of irregularities and corruption in the deal. One particular Congress MP was very quick to advocate immediately the use of vaccines made by a company from the West, saying that India should start with AstraZeneca. Right? Now, my question here is this. OCCRP reports are financed by whom? What is the link between OCCRP and the Soros groups? Therefore, OCCRP, Soros, and anti-Indian vaccine lobbies working together. Now, I don't understand where argument comes that I should not talk about all this because it will go against the poor people of the country. No. Tell me, Professor, how will selling AstraZeneca over Indian vaccines help the poor people of India? See,
I will not agree if the parliament will run.
No, answer is not, I will not agree. You are the professor, not me.
The discussion, through discussion.
Discussion?
No, everything can be resolved through the discussion.
No, don't give me that light.
How will we come on the conclusion?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, question 4 and 5 on the screen, please, right now, and 6. Please read the questions carefully, viewers. Sanju is on the Soros debate right now. Sanju.
Thank you. Arnab, let me address the nub of the issue. Since, Adani, is what the Congress and its acolytes keep ranting about, let's talk some hard facts. Point number 1, the flagship Adani Enterprises Group came about in 1993 when the Congress was in power in centre and in Gujarat also. In 1995, Adani was given, can I please finish?
Yeah,
Adani was given land in 1995 at the rate of 10 rupees per square meter. You heard that right. Land for peanuts at 10 rupees per square meter to acquire land for building the Mundra port. 1998, Adani gets approval for the merger of Mundra and Adani port. Blanket permission given by the Congress, no questions asked. In 2006, Adani was given permission to set up the first ever SEZ, no questions asked, by flouting every rule in the rule book. 5 out of 7 listed Adani companies came about when Congress was in power. But let's leave all that aside. Let's not go back to the 1990s. Let's talk more current affairs. When Ashok Gehlot was the Chief Minister of Rajasthan, Congressy Ashok Gehlot, Adani was given contract for 85,000 crore worth of thermal power projects. When Bhupesh Baghel of Congress was the Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, Adani was given projects worth 47,000 crore to mine coal from the forests in Chhattisgarh. Currently, Adani is executing a 12,400 crore project in Telangana thanks to Revant Reddy. Currently, Adani is executing a 25,000 crore Haldia modernization project in West Bengal thanks to Mamata Banerjee. Adani is executing a project called the Dhamra Port project which benefits Jharkhand thanks to Hemant Soren. So for everybody who sits on national TV debates and says that Adani or Modi ka kuch alag rishta hai.
Pankaj and Pulla, is it? Yeah.
Let me just ask, let me finish by saying one last point. Whenever Adani ka naam aata hai, have you seen Rahul Gandhi says, thanks to Adani, SBI will go bankrupt. Thanks to Adani, LIC will fall off the cliff. Your audience needs to know one hard fact in 20 seconds. SBI in the last 3 years has posted a net profit of 1.64 lakh crore, which is more than the combined profit that State Bank of India made in the previous 63 years. So for Rahul Gandhi and his darbaris who keep peddling that because of its disproportionate exposure to Adani, SBI will fall off the cliff and Indian depositors are at risk of losing their money, that is a whole lot of balderdash. And Arnab Goswami's audience also needs to know one more thing.
Yeah.
Post the COVID pandemic, 20 seconds more.
Yeah.
Post the COVID pandemic, we saw the biggest bank bust up in the European Union. Credit Suisse went belly up. We saw 3 big banks going belly up in the US. Silicon Valley Bank, First Republican Bank, and Signature Bank. But there's not a single bank in India which has gone belly up.
I'd like to just say that, see, Pulla and Pankaj, when there are these kind of debates, there is a point. There is a point. I saw a video recently of a fight by Muhammad Ali versus someone else. And at one point, Muhammad Ali felt that, if he continues to punch the other side, then the other side will not survive the fight. So he said, I'm not fighting, I'm giving up. And the other guy also gave up. Referee says, match over. See, if you feel, Pulla and Pankaj, with all sincerity, that you've lost today's debate, I promise you, I will close the program right now, say debate over.
No,
because I have a feeling that you're lost for arguments.
You haven't given us a chance to speak. You should give us a chance. Let Mr. Pankaj start, then I'll end it. Let him start.
No, I thought I had a freeze frame.
The truth is, Adani Chalisa, actually.
You see, the main thing here is India is too big. India is too strong. I think we can't take these kind of attacks or whatever they call.
Forget all this. No. Okay, Pankaj, let's get serious. Pulla, let's get serious. Pulla, let's get serious. A question for you. A question for you, Pulla Rao. And the question is this. Recently, Rahul Gandhi said, I have Pegasus on my phone. And he says that all intelligence officers are calling me, saying I have Pegasus on my phone and we are recording your stuff. Now, I don't know what Rahul Gandhi is afraid about what people will listen to on his phone. But I also don't know whether the intelligence officers who called him were from India or from the United States, more likely United States. But my question to you is this. Would you acknowledge today, Pulla, with the information that we have, that only Uncle Soros could have authored the information that Rahul Gandhi was referring to, because the OCCRP is funded by Soros and the State Department, and Rahul Gandhi had that as a single source on his Adani issue? You realize how badly cornered you guys are?
I'll make one submission to you. The power of such people like Soros is the publicity he genders. He has got so much publicity in the last 2 days. I can tell you, you have made him more powerful. He must be thinking, what has happened to me? He has not, whoever he is, whatever he is, our organs, our agencies must protect the country. That's what they paid for. If he's doing something wrong, what is the foreigners fund, but FRCA for? Arrest them, do it. What are the agencies doing? And the country is talking about him.
Facile argument, you've really lost the debate.
Is George Soros? Is aware what George Soros did with currency?
राहुल गांधी का हिसाब होगा, पी चिदम्बरम का हिसाब होगा, केजरीवाल का हिसाब होगा, एक का हिसाब होगा.
Hisab hoga, she says, and Pankaj responds.
का हिसाब होगा. एक का हिसाब होगा, चिंता मत करिए.
अडानी का हिसाब नहीं होगा, बाकी सबका हिसाब होगा, सिर्फ अडानी का हिसाब नहीं होगा. अडानी जी के पीछे पूरी सरकार खड़ी रहेगी. अडानी के पीछे संजय वर्मा जी की पार्टी
47,000 projects were given by Bhupesh Baghel to Adani. 12,500 crore का
I think that Arnab, India is too big a country. We are giving publicity to everybody around the world. Somebody does.
George Soros has been on this for years, yeah. If you don't know about George Soros, why are you allowing your intellectual innocence to blossom?
We know enough about George Soros. I don't need you to lecture. We know enough about him.
No, you don't want me. Karthik and Sway. Listen. No, this is like saying that, Arnab, what can Octavio Quattrocchi do to hurt the country? Just one man, Octavio Quattrocchi, one company, Bofors. What's the big deal? Why did a government fall over it? It's a big deal, yeah.
I need to ask one simple question.
It's a big deal, whether you like it or not. It's a big deal.
Correct.
Pulla Rao, you're a bright.
Because their designs are actually
Pulla Rao, should I announce game, set, match, series over? Should I call off this round? Have you lost the debate? You still concede you lost the debate?
Out of compassion, I would ask you to terminate the program.
I still want my time. We've not lost. All I'm saying is, why you're aggrandizing this man? India is too strong.
I am not, but I want to know.
You remember one thing.
One minute. Karthik is on the debate. Karthik, hits back. Karthik, go on, Karthik.
See, Arnab, 20 seconds.
Go.
Does this
I'll give you 21.
Know that George Soros was responsible for breaking the British pound a few decades ago?
Yeah.
Number one. Number two, it's not George Soros alone. He's not a lone wolf. I said it and I repeat it again. George Soros acts in these countries through local agents. The question is, do the Gandhis want to be seen as local agents or not? And if not, then let them denounce everything, every link to George Soros.
No, I have a different question. I have a different question. On the eve of the 2024 elections, I had done a program that there is a report by OpenAI that reveals that an Israeli firm is involved in doing certain anti-BJP messaging. The question was, which foreign entity was financing the Israeli firm? Why would an Israeli firm which is, by the way, anti-Qatar and pro-Israel, have an interest in being anti-BJP. Now, this question, along with the fact that did the Rajiv Gandhi Foundation get crores of rupees from the Chinese embassy, are as relevant as why did Rahul Gandhi meet Ilhan Omar and why did Rahul Gandhi meet Donald Lu of the US Regime Change Department or meet Samantha Power on a trip to Central Asia. These are very relevant. These are very relevant.
And also, Arnab, the statements Rahul Gandhi made in US, especially on Sikhs, it's not too long ago. Remember that.
Yeah.
Why did he make those statements?
Pretty
that Sikhs are not able to worship in this country. Why did he make those statements?
You see, government,
on US soil.
Yeah,
Pankaj.
Pankaj.
Also tell the nation that Soros Foundation has given only 5, 6, 7 rupees for Indian activities, which is only 0.02% of its.
One minute. One minute. Wait a minute. What he's saying now.
Colleges and
yeah. I understood your argument. Pankaj, 1 minute, Sanju. What he has just said. I thought that Pankaj would say, we've never taken money. What he's saying is, we've got money, but we haven't got enough money. How can you talk?
Agri processing got the money.
You want more money from Soros? You want him to give you more money?
Got the money. Hospitals are getting the money. Whose hospitals are those?
You want more money from Soros?
And Samantha Power, when she came here in India in 2022 in July.
Did Samantha Power meet Rahul Gandhi in Uzbekistan or somewhere? Did Samantha Power meet Rahul Gandhi in Uzbekistan or somewhere? Just a question. Why did she meet, if she met?
Why did people met her in India when she came here?
Government officials can meet government officials. Why would
all of them are traitors?
This is getting very shady.
Can I please come in here?
It's like asking, so what if Rahul Gandhi signed an MOU with the Chinese? Well, Indian government also meets the Chinese. Like what?
One was audio, please.
Karthik has laid out bare for you. George Soros has had a history of destabilizing successful economies. A. B. George Soros has had a history of, forget being anti-India. He has taken a polarized position against all Indian interests, including Indian-occupied Kashmir. Would you want to associate with that man publicly, especially when you're an opposition party which has had a great lineage in the freedom struggle and through the years in India? Would you want that? Right. It's a simple question. No one is asking for...
Rahul Gandhi or Sonia Gandhi.
Sanju.
Philosophy.
Sohail and Sanju.
We are asking you a simple question. This man has always had an anti-India tirade. He does not believe in India's akhandata. He does not believe in India's economy. He's a destabilizer. His past track record has been
very bad.
Would you like to associate with this kind of man? Simple. It's not about whether he's powerful, whether he's Pulu Rao, whether he's Pankaj, whether he's Sanju Verma. That's irrelevant. All I'm asking is a simple question. When you have so many
stopping the government to take legal action against
Pulu Rao is my friend. Why should Rahul Gandhi have to say George Soros is my friend? That's the limited question.
Yeah.
Arnab, can I please come in?
Yeah.
When did he say this? That Soros is my friend?
Yeah.
This is... you have debates.
One minute.
Of doubt against your opponents. That's it.
No.
Yeah, Sanju and Pulla.
We need that debate. We need that debate in Parliament. The end of all of this is we need that debate in Parliament.
I don't understand what is wrong with Arnab. Why can't you moderate the debate?
I also haven't understood what is wrong with me. I've been trying to find out for a long time. I'm pretty happy the way I am.
Can you moderate the debate and can I please make a last final
That's all I've done for the last 20 years of my life. I've only been trying to moderate debates. I continue my attempts.
Now Sanjuji wants to teach you how to moderate a debate.
That's all. Unlike you, I'm always open to suggestions from everyone except George Soros.
Okay. I have one very important question here, Arnab. This is a statement made by Amit Shah, the Union Home Minister, on the floor of the Parliament. And I'm saying this very responsibly because nobody's raised this on any debate. Amit Shah has said that between 2015 and 2019, for about 4 years, Rahul Gandhi, without the SPG, without any central security agencies who are supposed to look after his well-being and security on foreign soil, he visited foreign countries how many times in these 4 years, 2015 to 2019? 247 times. This is 62
I don't believe this.
a year.
I don't. 247 foreign trips. 247 foreign trips.
By Amit Shah. This
How does
is
he
my
have so
statement
much
by Amit
money?
Shah. Let me finish. Arnab, can I please
What
finish?
class?
Don't heckle.
He's going to that Ila Umar, whatever that lady is. He's meeting.
Can I please
he's
complete
meeting
what I was saying,
intellectuals.
Arnab Goswami? That's an important
That is Sohail
point.
said,
Can I
not
please
me.
finish? Suhail, can I please
No,
finish?
I'm saying he's
So
meeting
Rahul-
intellectuals. He's going to Pula, Harvard University. He's going to all the places where Pula has taught. So he's going to all those big
Okay, let me
places.
just
He must
finish.
be allowed
Let
that.
me finish what I was saying. Rahul Gandhi visited foreign countries 247 times a year. 247 times in those 4 years, which is 62 times a year, which is 5 times every month, which is one overseas trip every week. One overseas trip
My
every
God.
week, 5 overseas trips every month, 62 overseas trips every year, and 247 overseas trips in 4 years.
What? Is this true?
भाई क्या करने जाते थे? क्या करने जाते थे? This is a statement by Amit Shah without taking the SPG. That sounds dubious. That sounds suspicious. And if you can't still wake up and smell the coffee, Mr. Sharma and Pulla Rao, there is something seriously wrong with you. You've abandoned even the basic iota of common sense that I would like to credit you with.
Mr. Gandhi can defend himself very well, and he defends whatever he wants. We are
247
not here
times in
to
4 years.
defend his personal
247
trips or
foreign trips
because
in 4
this
years.
is business. What we are discussing here is we need a debate in
Every
Parliament to
single
clear
year.
the air.
5
We
foreign
need a
trips
debate.
every single month.
Let them
5
debate.
foreign trips
Let them
every
bring out all
single
these
week.
facts. Why worry
Where
about
was
facts?
Rahul Gandhi going? What exactly was he doing?
Does he have a second career in an
These are
airline?
questions that
Does he have a
need to be
second
answered.
career in an airline?
No,
No, and my last point is this. My last point, there is a company
Very boring, very boring.
Let the facts come out. Let the facts come
There's
out.
a company called
Why stall
Apsara
Parliament
Investments.
anyone? Let the debate
Who
be there.
owns
We'll know all the
Apsara
facts.
Investments?
All these
Pata
facts can be
lagaiye.
stated.
George Soros
Public will
has
have a chance
invested
to
more than
understand what is
$200
what.
million in Apsara Investments, which basically funds the Gandhis. The name of the company is APSADA. Apsara Investments. George Soros put in $200 million. Apsara Investments, is it a front for the Gandhis? Let Arnab Goswami and his team find out.
No. What happened to your? What about the government's deep state? You can't find out.
Government should find out.
You can't
Not
find
Mr.
out,
Arnab's
Sanju,
team.
where he went for 247 foreign
Government is doing what needs to be done.
Yeah.
मैंने कहा सबका
Sanju,
Sohail.
Sohail.
Rahul Gandhi का भी
Sohail,
The
Sohail.
BJP keeps saying Rahul Gandhi has gone there, Rahul Gandhi has gone here, Rahul Gandhi has gone there. Tell me, they have RNAW people in all the countries.
Yeah.
Supposed to allow an SPG protectee to go without SPG.
Yeah.
You think the government is so dumb? And if they are,
Everyone
then
are.
we need to worry about that more than about Soros. I refuse to accept that the government of India does not know the whereabouts of Rahul Gandhi when he's abroad.
Maybe they
I
know.
refuse to
Maybe they use it as a lever. God knows what is going on.
So let's be factual. Whether he goes abroad or not is irrelevant. What is very relevant, Arnab, is the fact that the Congress, even when this tirade is going on in Parliament, not one person has stood up and said we have nothing to do with George Soros.
No, never. That is the moot point.
No, how many times Rahul
Moot
Gandhi
point.
is very, very relevant.
So everybody is second guessing the royal family.
And ladies and gentlemen,
No one wants to bell the cat.
the cat will be belled. There are many bells and many cats.
Don't worry. The BJP will bell the cat. And I disagree with Sohail when he says how many times Rahul Gandhi goes overseas is not relevant. It is relevant.
Okay,
And the
viewers, now
BJP
this
will
Soros storm, you know what's going to happen is,
You know about it.
it's
If it's relevant, you find out where he's gone. Why can you always
put out a white paper on it.
Have a conspiracy theory?
Don't worry.
We
We will release every single piece of information
If you're worried
that
about
India's
who is
citizens
speaking,
need to know about the
if
Gandhis.
Arnab
चिंता
is my
Louder, sir.
एक चीज सामने
and Arnab goes to Noida, I'd be worried. Why is he going to Noida? Is he going to Noida to meet Mayawati? Is he going to meet Yogi? Is he going to meet whoever? But if I'm not interested in Arnab, I will find out. So if the BJP is interested in Rahul Gandhi, let them find out.
I've never even met Mayawati. What are you talking about? And I only go to my studio and home and back. I have a pretty boring life. I'm not a high flyer like you.
Calling out the bluff of anti-national leaders, we are doing exactly
Ladies and gentlemen, Soros!
on Soros.
The nation wants to know. The nation wants to know why the Congress party can't deny its links with Soros. Just deny it. I'll stop doing debates. I have better things to do. But deny it, for God's sake, deny. Mallikarjun Kharge or call me for an interview.
Arnab, resign
Yes.
from FDLAP.
And resign from FDLAP. What is there in that organization?
Because forget Soros, FDLAP made a statement
Or even
on
if you
Kashmir,
say-
which is against India.
Yeah.
Resign from
Yeah,
FDLAP.
resign, or say that this was all a big mistake. I will reveal what agreement I had with the Chinese. I will dissociate from Soros. I will turn over a new leaf. And then we'll stop doing debates on this. Ladies and gentlemen, for now, with a promise to see you tomorrow sharp, 8 to 10 p.m. and beyond. Good night and goodbye.
Quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
Amity has been ranked India's #1 not-for-profit private university for 11th year, with top 10 ranked institutions in management, engineering, biotech, law, masscom, telecom, hospitality, fashion and more. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.